What's up, snowboarders, gearheads, and anybody just checking out what is good with Volcom for this upcoming snow season and just some comparisons of gear. So behind me, I've actually got a few of my snowboard outfits, especially coming into this next season. On my left here is the Volcom gore-tex Jamie Lynn jumpsuit. It's a one-piece outfit. It's a 3L jumpsuit. Now, if you want to see anything about this specific outerwear piece, check out the other video I've done as a review for that. On my right side here, I've got the mellow pullover paired up with my rain bibs. These are actually the bibs that I wear most of the time because I like them. They are gore-tex. They are heavy duty snow and rain repellent, and I really like bibs. But today, what this video is really about is these two, the TDS Infrared Jacket here in black, and then the TDL 2L jacket. These are two of Volcom's kind of top tier jackets, and last season I actually bought this towards the tail end of the season, the TDL. Got to ride in it a few times and really loved it. And then over the summer, I went into a shop and they had the infrared. And so I just had to get this one because I knew how awesome this TDL was. So today I want to just do a quick review of the two, especially because when I was looking at either of these online, there really wasn't a whole lot of input on them, any reviews or even any real videos kind of going over the features, the differences, or why they're worth what they're worth, because honestly, these jackets are expensive, and if you're in the market for these, you know that this is kind of at the top of the price point for what you're buying. Now, some of my gear experience here, I used to wear a lot of burnt out outerwear, used to wear a lot of the 686 Smarty gear. 2 or 3 seasons ago, I was completely in Vertica gear, and then just last year I switched over to Volcom. Now, the reason I switched over to Volcom was because they had a couple key features that I really liked, including be on this tag maybe, the zip tack. And the zip tack is something that I really like because it combines the jacket and the pants together with one seamless zipper integration, turning it basically into a jumpsuit, which means that when you fall down, when you're sitting on the chairlift, when maybe you're scooting your butt on the ground, you're not getting snow up your pants and you're not getting snow down your pants. And one of the reasons that I thought this was a really cool feature was because when I went from riding in pants to riding in bibs, I realized that my riding improved because I was so much more comfortable. I was able to stay dry. My under layers were not getting wet, cold, or damp. Everything was nice and compact, and I really liked that feature. So when I switched my gear last season, I went with Volcom because of some of their integration pairings. First off, I want to start with the TDL because I've actually ridden in this. I really like this jacket, and you know, the colorway is probably the only thing I'm not like a super fan of, but everybody that saw it on the mountain was like, man, I like that jacket, I like that color. So when you pair this with my rain bibs, it looks really awesome with that dark army green, or whatever they might be calling this color, and that red accent. Also, I wear a Air Blaster ninja suit. I typically wear some sort of fleece layer, like a jacket, a sweatshirt. In this case, it's a backcountry zip-up hoodless jacket. Let's get into this. First off, I want to point out something nice about both of these jackets. Unlike the Mellow here, which is a Gore-Tex 2L jacket, it does not have any insulation. Now the TDL does, and that's a cool feature, and especially in the TDS jacket here, the infrared, both of them are insulated. Now there is a difference between these two jackets because this one is only like 40 grams, I believe is what they say on their website for it. The TDS though is built with 60, and then I think it's a fill layer of 600. So I'll go over that when I get to that jacket. Let's just open this up first. You can see all the different insulated spots in that royal red color. And so that definitely kept me warm last year. That was really nice because what I realized is I didn't even have to wear some of my layering that I was wearing because it just kept me so warm. A couple key features inside, you can see it says TDS. Right up here is a headphone port. I don't know who actually uses headphones with wires anymore, but if you do, there's that port for you. And there's also this little cable connector for you to wire your headphones through. On the right side, we've got a pocket in here that is for your goggles. So it's perfect for that little goggle storage, whether you're heading to the mountain or just getting off. Now, let's put this jacket on so we can go over kind of some of the features, but here's the back side of this jacket as well. You can see that the hood is nice and big, but one thing that, depending on who you are, hood does not come off. So that's not a downside for me. I prefer not to have a zip-on, zip-off hood. I prefer to have it all integrated, but there's one feature because of this hood that I really, really like about this jacket. Other than that, you guys, again, can see, you know, just that normal powder skirt. It's got that zip tech feature that zips the pant to the jacket, the bib to the jacket, whatever decision you decide to make here. I know that some other companies might have it. Like my girlfriend has a jacket and a pant combination that it clips together. It also has heather tie between the back of the jacket and to her pants. But what I've seen with that is it turns it into like a wedgie sling. With the zip tech, it's seamless across the whole front and back. So if you're falling, the pants come up together, not just one front side or back side like a suspender. Other than that, again, those are kind of just the main inside features. Unlike some of the older jackets where they used to have pass pockets or anything like that under here, this jacket does not have it. So let's throw this thing on. So one thing I really liked about this jacket compared to my Vertica gear is that the wrist gaiters here are very, very well made. They're heavy duty, they're nice and thick, so even if I don't want to wear some really, really heavy gloves, these are going to keep my hands naturally warm in itself. Fits really, really nicely. I'm about 210 pounds, I'm 6'2", and all my gear behind me is a size large. So I'm very staple across all size categories in a large. With this jacket though, it's got a nice fit, finish, and texture. So I know that when I was wearing this in the snow, and in the snow just kind of fell right off me. It didn't pack on, it didn't stick or anything like that. So that was really, really nice with this jacket. From here though, we've got a couple key features. We've got a pocket on the left side, nice and big. This thing can definitely fit my gloves, which is nice because when I take them off, I can slide them in my pockets. It's got them on both sides here. From there though, with having a pass pocket on the arm, it does not. That is one feature that I got mistaken with my Jamie Lynn jumpsuit. This does not have a pass pocket in your sleeve. So in this case, you're gonna have to figure out a way to hold your pass. Maybe it is, they have this little ring right here that they call their Volcom special ring, tether thing, whatever. I don't use that, but that's kind of where they're expecting you to attach your pass to. For me, I put my pass on my helmet so that way they can scan it because I don't have an RFID scanner at the mountain that I go to. From there though, we've got two chest pockets. These are nice and large. I usually fit my liners in here. You can obviously put your headphones in there or anything else like that. We've got the other side here. Those both zip up completely, nice and solid. I'm not worried about snow getting in them. Now again, if I was looking at this jacket, I can put my goggles here or in the right side in the right pocket. It wraps almost all the way around to my kidney. When I put this jacket on, and especially again with my bibs or my pants, I would basically put it on, connect my powder skirt, and then I'd zip it to the pants. So that would keep that jacket down as well while I'm riding, while I'm sitting, while I'm doing anything like that. The cuffs on this are very nice. They open up well. So I've actually been able to wear my nice long gauntlet gloves with this jacket just fine, and still being able to, one, slide the gauntlets down and then bring the wrist of the jacket over those gauntlets, which has been a problem before because some of the wrist gaiters have been super short and they just don't work well, so I have to change my gloves with that. This is a Gore-Tex jacket. It's a 2L jacket, so 2-layer. That means that when you also look inside this layering system, you've got the insulation, which is that red color, but you've got this mesh material, which is why it's a 2L. Once I actually zip this jacket up, here's my favorite thing about this jacket, and this is also why I went and got that infrared one. When you zip it all the way up, it's got a massive, massive collar, which I really, really like here because when I'm snowboarding, I usually will have some sort of hood on. I might have, you know, a face mask, a balaclava, a fleece hood on, and then also I usually have my helmet. So let's see what this looks like with my helmet on as well. Without the helmet, actually, hood slides over nice and easy. Plenty of room. One thing that Volcom adds to their jackets is this little goggle clip. It clips to the strap of your goggles, so that way when you're riding with your hood on, it's attached to that and can kind of streamline that whole goggle and hood process. Now with this jacket, there is a tether back here to cinch it up, to get it tighter around your neck or around the hood itself. It's got a nice brim on it. So when I was riding in the rain, with or without my helmet, it covered my goggles nicely and kept that snow and rain out without having to deal with unpacking or folding back or pulling back. Now again, I really like this nice big collar. It feels comfortable, lets some heat out if I need it, but also keeps it nice and loose on my chin, so I'm not constantly trying to pull it away from my neck or my chin where it usually will be rubbing. Again, all zipped up. We've got the 2 pockets right at the waist. We've got the 2 chest pockets, and that's pretty much it for storage on this jacket. So we are very minimal with the amount of storage and things that we might be able to carry. This is not a jacket you're going to be able to store 17 beers in and go ride all day. This is a jacket that's going to be nice, slim profile, minimal things to be carrying on your body in your jacket, but going to keep you really, really warm, keep you protected and dry from the weather, and really just overall feel good. I highly recommend this jacket. And again, that's why I ended up buying the TDS, because I know that this jacket was awesome and that one can only be better, because that is actually probably the top of the line Volcom jacket other than maybe their guide jacket. Now, again, it's got those goggle cinches inside the hood. Let's just put it on for an example. Typically, I have to unzip the collar a little bit to get my hood or my helmet on, but with the helmet on, with the hood on, you can see that it covers that brim even of my helmet, and it's nice and tight around that. So if I'm wearing my helmet, there's not going to be any snow getting in touching me really if I don't want it to. Getting the hood on or off with the helmet on and fully zipped up, probably not going to happen. So I do have to unzip that to get my helmet on or off. This is the TDL 2L jacket. And again, I'm a big fan of this one. It's really, really warm. It's comfortable. Downsides of it, minimal pocket. That's pretty much it. I mean, honestly, I don't really want to carry too much stuff on my body anyways. I usually just carry my wallet, my keys, and my phone, so that way I can play music. Let's check out the TDS now. The TDS I have not actually gotten to wear in snowy conditions, but as a whole, a couple things right away. The texture of the exterior material is a little bit more slick. That's probably because it's the 3L versus the 2L. You can see I still have the tags on because I haven't even popped those off. This is in a nice black color. A couple things right away, just a nice streamline in regards of its fit. One thing I forgot to mention is both of these jackets do come with armpit zips that are pretty large. They kind of go all the way almost from the elbow to the middle of your torso. Again, just from the outside right away, what I'm going to be pointing out here is this also has 2 chest pockets and 2 hip pockets. This jacket, again, does not have a pocket on the sleeve for your pass, so you'll have to figure out a way to carry your pass a little bit differently. Now, in this jacket, this has a GPT on the hood, and if you don't know what Volcom's GPT is, it's their guide-proven technology, which just basically means that it's built around those guys that rode at Bald Face and put their gear to a serious test every time they wear it, meaning keeping snow out, bad weather, inclement weather, cold, wind, rain, all that kind of stuff, and then just basically riding hard all the time. Again, from the outside, you can see the backside of this jacket. Nice big hood. It does not zip off on this one, but just like the TDL here, it has the toggle cinch for the back of the hood. It's got GPT on the hood as well with a nice big brim. When we look at it from the inside, just like that TDL, it's got the infrared technology inside, that TDS technology, which is basically their thermal defense system, and that's the insulation that they have in this jacket, but they do not have it in this jacket. So basically how I'm going to end up choosing these outerwear systems is that if it's going to be a nice warm day where I either really want to layer or I just know I'm going to be warm, I'm probably going to wear the pullover here, the mellow. Otherwise, I'm going to be going between one of these 2 jackets. This TDS, again, has a 60-gram insulation, while the TDL only has a 40-gram insulation, and this has about 600 fill in that insulation system. So this one itself is going to probably be warmer, whether I want to not layer or it's a really, really cold day. That's when I'm going to be busting this one out. Something that this jacket specifically has, and it's kind of weird to me, but it's a cool feature, I guess. It's kind of a safety net. Maybe you left the house and you forgot to pack your balaclava, or you forgot to pack your fleece hood, or whatever you might usually carry. This jacket itself in the hood has a little stowaway face cover, and it just clips on and off with this little toggle switch. You just slide in and out. It's just got this little sliding system. Now, I probably won't end up using this because I typically wear an air blaster hoodie or a hood to keep myself nice and dry, but this is a good option just in case you forget it or anything like that. Now, one thing again to notice about this jacket compared to this jacket, this one you might be able to, so this one has that mesh lining on the interior of the TDS system. This one, however, just has that silver kind of lining. The reason that this has a silver lining is because this is the 3L, and 3L does not have the mesh lining. So this is going to be a little bit more protective and lighter, but at the same time, you don't have that mesh lining that's going to kind of separate your body from the jacket itself. Another feature of this jacket, you can see it, is the goggle pocket. Okay, so this also comes with a Rico, so that's your avalanche and responding beacon inside the jacket to help you if you get lost or you get buried or anything like that. I wouldn't trust myself to only rock this jacket and feel safe, but it's a nice addition. This powder skirt is made of a different material than this one. So this one feels a little bit more stretchy, I guess is what I kind of would consider that to be. It's got that, again, goggle pocket on the right side. On the left side, we don't have a pocket here either, but we do have the headphone port. So again, if you like to wear your headphones with cords, it's got it. Otherwise, just as the general features from there, that's about it on the inside. So let's put this guy on. Now, as soon as I put this jacket on in the store, I realized something that was completely different. Not just the insulation or how it has the silver lining on it compared to the mesh lining of this jacket, but I noticed the wrist gaiters themselves were even thicker, even heavier duty. These things are almost like gloves themselves in that they feel really, really dense, and they're going to keep my hands even warmer. And in reality, I'm not worried about like pulling this jacket down too much because the layering of these is so much thicker that I feel like I can get a good stretch. It almost feels like there's either insulation in the gaiter or maybe a little bit of protection in case you might fall or push off the ground. Now again, once I get this jacket on, it's going to have a lot of the same fit and finish, just without the color. Okay, so again, these gaiters are very, very thick to even get on. But once I put this jacket on, it's going to sit just like the other one. This is a nice jacket because it feels lighter, but it also feels warmer. And as I zip this guy up, I'm already sweating putting these things on because these are warm jackets, even with just one layer. But again, I really like this jacket as well. Nice big collar. That hood is just massive. So whether, again, I'm cinching it down because I'm just wearing a beanie and goggles or putting my helmet on, this hood is going to fit nicely. So it covers well, supportive. Now again, just like that TDL, a couple features that this jacket has is going to be the rear cinch in the hood. It's got the goggle clips inside the hood as well. And then from there, it's got that nice big collar, which is, again, a big feature for me that I really like. This jacket, again, has the 2 hip pockets, 2 chest pockets. So in regards to the chest pocket, this guy feels a little bit bigger than the TDL. On both sides, it feels nice and large. And with these hip pockets, they also have the waist cinch. So that's nice as well. So you don't have to go underneath the jacket and cinch them up. These have the toggle cinches in the pocket themselves. So you don't even have to get yourself wet or cold, or you can keep your hands nice and dry. The gaiters themselves are nice and long, so again, I know that I can fit my gauntlet style gloves on these without having to have an issue of them going over my cuff because I like my cuffs over my gloves. Beyond that though, again, this is just a very basic jacket compared to some of the ones I've had in years past in regards of pockets, features, stuff like that. This one again has the pass clip here, and then the pockets themselves have these nice kind of covers at the very top. So these are going to protect you from getting any snow in if you don't zip them up completely or any of that. This material feels a lot slicker than this one. This almost has a texture that feels like it would stick, but it doesn't. This one feels very, very slick though in general. If you're looking for a jacket, either one of these is going to be a great option for you. You're not going to go wrong with them, especially if you can get them on sale. No matter which one you go with, in that case, you're going to be making a good choice. If you're looking for one that's a little bit more affordable, say $400, $500, you've got your TDL, okay? If you've got a little bit more money to spend, then go with this TDS Infrared. This one is going to keep you warmer. It's going to be lighter. It's a little bit more of a shell material while still having that insulation layer. But if you need a jacket that has more features, it has a pocket to hold your pass. It has a couple extra pockets in your chest or inside the jacket. Neither of these jackets are going to fit the bill. This Jamie Lynn also would not do that. This Mellow here is very, very minimal with pockets, with just a kangaroo pocket and a top entry pocket. What I've noticed with all my Volcom gear is they are very minimal in the amount of pockets that they're adding to their jackets, because I don't think they want to have that kind of feature, and they just want to worry more about the quality, the material, the fit, and the overall experience you have with wearing the jacket versus adding a bunch more that's just there for carrying shit. So if you have any questions about either of these jackets, leave a comment below and I'll help answer those. If I'm in the market again to go over and buy these, you're not going to go wrong with the TDL. The TDL will fit almost each and every one of your needs. If you have a little bit more money in that budget, you like 3L gore-tex, then the TDS Infrared is going to be nice. If you want to have less layering as a whole on really, really cold days, the TDS is going to fit that bill. If you don't mind layering a little bit more, or needing to possibly carry an extra jacket with you just in case on those really cold days, the TDL is going to be a great fit for you. Now, if we just hold these up side by side, they're pretty much the same jacket. Okay, obviously this one, the TDL, is a green and red color, while the TDS itself is black. When I was looking at the TDS, I know that online they have their black giraffe color, and then this black color that I purchased myself. For the TDL, they have the green, the olive, and red combination. I believe they have a yellow, and then they also have a black. So you can fit your colorway to what you want, or what you want to match it with in regards of your gear. Either way, I like both these colors. I know last season this green and red combination got a lot of attention. My friends were able to see me on the ski lift and on the runs where maybe you get lost in the trees. They were able to see me with that. I know when I've worn all black outfits in the past, it's been hard for them to see me on certain days and in certain areas, just due to trees, shadows, and lens colors depending on what they were wearing. So again, either way, you can't go wrong with this. If you want to know more about the Jamie Lynn jacket, check out that review. Check out the review I do later on about the Mellow pullover. And I'll also be comparing my rain bibs with my Volcom Gore-Tex L pants that I purchased as well, basically going over the different features of their pants and their bibs. Otherwise, I hope you like this review, guys, and it helps kind of answer those questions and gives you an idea of what the fit, the finish, features of each of these jackets, and help you make a better decision on which one you should be purchasing.